Okay. I was in class, so I wasn't able to do a live trading session. So I'm gonna just go through my one and only trade for today. Market opened about 50 minutes ago. So on pre-market, we had this hourly internal high above. Nothing too crazy. Uh, yeah, we had this hourly internal high right here. And we still had this massive 4-hour bullish value gap. So I was a bit neutral for today. Mainly because we have this internal low inside this 4 hour, and we had this hourly um, internal high above. And on the 5 minute, we have a bunch of resting liquidity up here, so it is looking pretty good for longs. But also, if we seep all this and tap into this internal high up here, um, I do, or I would like to look for an inverse to go back down. But yeah, so I was pretty neutral for today. Um, yeah. So if we just go forward now, market opens, we tap into this 15 minute, and then instantly come back down. Some people went into a 2 minute inverse here. But for me, I just saw this as a pattern trade because um, I pretty much just trade internals. And there was no internal to be swept here. Even on NQ, even though we're on MNQ here. And people entered off the 2 minute inverse, which obviously hit TP, but for me, I just thought that was a pattern trade. Because there was no real structure. We just shot up, tapped into the equilibrium in this 15 minute. Didn't really sweep any significant high. We had all this low resting liquidity above. Like we could have easily just swept all this and went for the internal high above. But yeah, I didn't take that trade for today. But we keep going. Price then ends up sweeping our internal low below here, right? So we have a nice low V-sweep setup. We still have all this low resting liquidity. We don't have any significant lows below this, other than all the way down here. I don't really think price would have went down here in the moment. And then here, I had this five. Let me move this real quick because we already know where we are. Let me just delete that. Okay, so let me not delete that actually. Put it here. All right. So while coming down to sweep this internal low, we had this 5 minute bearish. And I was wanting to inverse that. And while we did inverse it eventually, yeah, this candle right here. We also created this 5 minute bullish for value gap. So I could have put my stop loss here, but usually I like to risk a 1-to-1, nice little mech model, get this internal high over here. Um, boop. Yeah, and then also while we're looking at uh thingy on uh what's it called, ES. ES was higher than NQ, and so I wanted to go break even once ES tapped into the 15 minute before um NQ, because obviously for NQ that's my TP. So if we tap off of the 15 minute on ES, we could have a reaction down and then hit my stop loss. Might get manipulated out for that for value gap S&T. But yeah. So entered entered right here for 1-to-1, and first candle was looking nice. We then moved to break even here because ES did tap into the 15 minute. And then I think the next this candle, yeah, this candle we got absolutely what do you call it, stopped out. But break even. We didn't lose anything. We didn't win anything. But most importantly, we did not lose. But the next candle after that, if we go to live, yeah, we've just been dropping. So nice little break even. Um, Stuck to my rules. You know, although I did want to trade today because very close to payout day. Yeah, don't need to force anything though. So yeah, we entered here on. We would have entered here on ES for NQ, and then you can see here we tapped into. I marked as break even. It's also the 15 minute right here. We tapped into it. Then I moved my stop loss to break even, and then we were up pretty much 50% to my TP. And then yeah, got stopped out. Not too mad. Um, the market is a bit weird this week. I can't lie after Trump, because realistically, was it 1,000 points? 700. Wait, what is it on NQ? Um, 1,000 points on NQ. Like, what are we doing, Trump? Oh my god. But anyways, even if this hits TP, I'm not too worried about it. Nice break even. Yeah, that is the trade recap for today, ladies and gentlemen.